Namaste and very warm good evening to one and all here. This is Kalayarasi Longo, corporate soft skills trainer and a posh consultant.
Kalai, 1 second, 1 second, Kalai.
Yes, correct. Please proceed.
Okay. So good evening to one and all here. This is Kalayarasi Longo, corporate soft skill trainer and a posh consultant. Welcome to Leaders Connect 360 Foundation episode LCO202. So to tell about Leaders Connect 360 Foundation, it is a non-profit organization with United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Our mission is to invite 1,000 plus leaders and create 1 million leaders. Every Wednesday, we come together from 6:30 p.m. to 7:15 p.m. IST on Zoom Live to gain insights from top management leaders and last week of the month from authors. And once every quarter, we take it offline in different cities to network, support, and grow together. Because at Leaders Connect 360, we strongly believe that leaders create more leaders. Today, we have a guest speaker, Dr. Imthyaz, founder and CEO Ideation Group, in conversation with our panel discussion leader with Shanta Meena, who is a communication and behavioral coach. Before we kickstart the episode, I would love to see all your faces on camera to have an engaging experience. Those who are adding for the first time, check out the WhatsApp, Facebook, and LinkedIn links in the chat box to stay connected and grow with us. So this episode is being recorded for our community archives. Now, let's see the energy. Hi, if you're excited and ready for an impactful session like me, just drop a thumbs up or smiley in the chat. So I'm waiting for that. Guys, are you all ready for the session? Okay, thank you, Aishwarya. Thank you, Gayatri. Thank you, Lata. I'm expecting more so that we will be having an engaging session. Great, great. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's amazing. So let's connect throughout the entire session. And before we go, let me introduce our guest speaker, Dr. Imthyaz. Let me also introduce Mr. Pankaj, Managing Partner, Bija Training, who will be interacting with our guests alongside our panel discussion leader, Ms. Shantamina. Without further ado, let's get started. So it's over to you, Mr. Pankaj. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ms. Kalai. Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, our guest, Dr. Imthyaz Sharif. And I welcome you all on behalf of Video Training, the Mass Leadership, and Leaders Connect. So thanks for joining in on this Wednesday evening at 6:30. So as we have our panel discussion leader, Ms. Santa Meena, here to discuss on the topic. So the topic is very interesting, called AI and digital transformation. And for sure, as I always say, that every time there is a one new learning which we are going to take away from today's expertise and experience shared by Dr. Imthyaz Sharif. So, Imthyaz sir, we welcome you to this our forum. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Thank you,
Okay.
Pankaj. Thank you for this
So,
opportunity.
Thank you, thank you. And before we move forward, I would like to officially and formally welcome both of you for the session. And for that, I would like Mr. Arul to play the welcome video, please. Can we have the welcome video, Arul? Welcome, sir. Welcome,
So,
Santhamiraman. So before we move forward, I would like Arul to have the poll for today. All right. So can we have the panel discussion poll so that we understand that what's the understanding of the people today from the topic, what we are going to hear from Dr. Imthyaz. So can we have the poll question, Arul?
Yeah.
So all the visitors are advised to please, come up with their understanding to this poll question. Good. So we have 4 out of 21 now, 5, 6, 7. Please go. We have another 15 seconds. Good. 11 we have, 12 we have. Good. 13. Good, 14. 66%. Anyone else who is remaining? Yes, good. 7, 8, 16. Good going. Any else? Anyone else? Okay, Arul, you can give the poll answer.
yes, here is the result.
So which one is that?
So we got around 16% for data privacy and security risks.
So 69% is data privacy and security risk.
Yes.
Let's see whether our understanding is aligned with what we are going to learn today. So over to you, Ms. Sandamina, and over to you, Dr. Imthyaz, for the panel discussion. Thank you so much.
Good evening, everyone. It is a pleasure to be here, and I thank Leaders Connect and Pankaj and also Arul for the wonderful warm welcome and also for this opportunity. I'm excited to hear from our esteemed leader as he's going to share his insights on digital transformation and business. This is going to be an engaging discussion. So let's dive right into it. AI is transforming the way business operate. One major concern is job displacement. How can companies strike the right balance between AI automation and human workforce integration to ensure a smooth transition without job displacement while maximizing the potential of both?
First of all, thanks to Leaders Connect for this opportunity. And thanks, Sana. Like the very first question is the most pertinent question, in spite of whether we perceive whether that is important or not. The job displacement is something that is real, and we are already seeing that happen. So, in that context, it's important to understand what is AI already doing and how it is going to be changing. And the right word will not be just is transforming. I would say that it is disrupting a lot of the pre-existing norms of how digital transformation happens or how businesses have to engage. So it is very much important that we understand this disruption, because in the technology world, disruptions have always been there. No, over a period of time, like 20 years back, IT itself was considered to be very disruptive. A decade back, everyone joined on the bandwagon of big data. So that kind of disruption has always been coming from different time period. But what is now happening here with respect to AI? Because with the understanding that we don't understand how the displacement is going to happen, the pace of disruption is very fast. It is not like AI is something very new, right? No, the thought process of AI has been there for quite some time. But the ability to make it real, the computational resources, the ease of programming, the ease of conceptualizing, the cloud computing, all of these pieces have come in the right time to make it much more faster to adapt. And that is why it is just not transformation to say in a strategic manner, it is more like disruption. So definitely, there is a scope. It's going to give a lot of opportunities on newer kind of job roles to emerge, but it is also going to disrupt a lot of existing job roles. So there has to be a kind of balance. And this balance, taking from a business context, this balance has to be come from both the sides, like the leadership of the organization as well as the team, the employees of it. both of there has to meet somewhere in between, because it is like the organization has to build a culture of innovation and lifelong learning, because whatever was learned or for taken for granted learning a year back is no longer valid. So somewhere the organization builds a learning ecosystem, the employees and the people adapt to that kind of learning and skill themselves, reskill themselves, identify complementary roles. Either you do it or your management does it for you, or you are going to be out of the market ecosystem. And something like, no, you as a coach, you very well know that we have always been harping about communication being one of the core important. I think this is the right time in history. The communication is going to be much more significant in the past, because you are not just communicating with people, you are also going to be communicating with AI agent. So language becomes very important. We have seen in organizations where the so-called prompt engineering, people fumble not knowing what to prompt, right from the vocabulary to knowing how to put what we want into the words. So communication becomes much more strategic today than even comprehending a language like Python. So, and communication is just not about communication, it's about comprehending the context of what we are trying to do. The comprehension becomes much more easy. So you have to communicate by comprehending the landscape of things that we want to do, being context aware, and then adapt. Without these skills, on the agility, the way the AI is disrupting, you cannot yes, we will learn something in next quarter or in the next appraisal cycle. That model is not going to work out. The agility at which you consume knowledge at an individual level or as an organization and adapt, that is going to play a crucial role. So if you want to balance between how the AI is disrupting, how to use in automation, and at the same time not have a job replacement, the organizations and the individuals should learn to pivot with the right kind of strategy, pivot in the business models, pivot in the skill set. And that is where the mindset has to change on how the learning happens, because the leadership has to set the pace for the organization to adapt, and the people have to evolve. Otherwise, there are going to be job replacement, displacement, but it is going to come without notice.
Okay. Well said. So as you have told, there has been always disruptions whenever there is a technological advancement. So any kind of a technological advancement, it gives a disruption, but how well we adapt and then move through that phase is what matters the most. So it's a very great point about balancing AI and human workforce integration through upskilling and agility and adaptability. It's clear that AI should complement human skills rather than replace them. Now, speaking of AI's growth in business, cybersecurity is becoming a major concern. What do you see as the biggest cybersecurity risk, and how can the organization proactively address them?
So when you talk about cybersecurity, there are going to be multiple layers, irrespective of digital transformation or AI-enabled digital transformation. The usage of devices, the kind of volume of data that comes into the technology space is more. So there are bound to be cybersecurity challenges throughout. But when it comes to digital transformation and the AI piece into the digital transformation, there are two pieces. What an organization is adapting into their digital transformation journey, and where they are they going to use some open source AI models? Are they going to use proprietary AI models? And what is the data that is going to be exposed to the outside ecosystem? This itself brings in a lot of cybersecurity challenges. There could be data breaches. With the vast amount of unauthorized access and tampering, data breaches can happen if you use models which are not properly vetted. The models could be tampered with. And malicious actors can always manipulate your AI models with spurious data, malicious data. So whatever you anticipate as an expected output may not happen. But all these are challenges that are pertaining to what you use, the level of adoption of AI into your business ecosystem. For example, one of the recent concerns have started coming out in organizations, which still not many people are talking about. One of the first AI tool that every organization very easily adapted was AI note taking, no meeting note taking. But that is where the concern of data privacy now is coming. That bigger organizations having no using of third-party tools for taking notes in meetings. Because that is like you talk everything right from the strategic of the business to your financials, competition, and all this is as a data given by third-party application. So there have been no communication coming out of corporations to the employees, to the partners, to vendors, which say that no, you cannot use unauthorized or without approval any kind of note taking. And just imagine there are so many product companies which were betting game on the hey note taking application. So those companies on their own. So while it is a data privacy challenge for somebody, it is an impact on the business for somebody else.
Yeah.
Similarly, irrespective, the other side of the puzzle, irrespective of whether a business is using AI or not within their organization, right from simple note taking to building some small LLM for their business case, the volume at which the cyber attacks are going to happen, that is going to increase because it is no longer human in the player alone. It is going to be AI driven. So think of like AI weaponizing the attacks or making the voluminous attacks possible. That means the cybersecurity defenses for any organization needs to be at that level which can handle it. The only deterrent today for using AI for all of these things could be the higher computational cost. That's one of the poll questions were there. Higher implementation costs. Even for cyber security, that is one of the deterrent. That is why you see cyber security concerns for larger organizations or state players, but not at individual level. But with the cloud cost being optimal, with a lot of open source models available, it is going to become much more easier to handle all this kind of attack that could be possible. When I say handle, it's like much more voluminous attacks could be anticipated. And we are also go along with the trend, and we don't know when we are exposing the private data. Like this week's trend, everybody is on Studio Ghibli images and all that. But what we don't understand is that you are giving it your personal data. Somebody is refining that, using that data to refine their models. And if I can connect it to what Leaders Connect ecosystem was talking about on UN sustainability goals, you can also talk about every image that you put for creating in a Studio Ghibli kind of thing on a ChatGPT. What is the impact on the environment? What is the volume of computational resources that's going to be used? So all these pieces are connected: the data privacy, cyber security, impact on climate change, the volume of computation. So that is the kind of dynamic that comes into the picture. So we are going to see much more vulnerable ecosystems coming up because the AI is going to be much smarter. Data is going to be very lucrative, whether it's a personal data or it is a organization data. We see even in India, like every now and then, like insurance sector data is getting leaked or a banking sector is getting hacked. Recently, there was a hack in Malaysia on the airlines ecosystem. So that is where the AI comes into the picture, both as an attack mechanism and also as a defensive mechanism. So that is going to be a very interesting space to watch out for.
Okay, it's like kind of shocking that whatever you have told, and you have highlighted some key aspects like we are not only going to fight against the human malicious intent, but also against the smart AI, which we are only generating it, and we are going to fight against ourselves. And very well.
And just to add on, you had also asked about what is the mitigation approach. The fundamental mitigation starts with right from an organizational perspective about educating your employees on what is right, what is not, what is whether to use something proprietary or not use something open source. What is the organization level policy on that? Who has access to what? So having a very robust access control ecosystem, how do you as an organization level ensure the data integrity part? And which is, we are all now excited, right? Like it's like a new toy to all of us.
Yeah.
So we are excited with all aspects of it. Some of us comprehend it in completeness, some of them don't. That means still it evolves. There has to be a human in the loop when it comes to certain decision making, when it, even on the how we respond to a cybersecurity ecosystem. And as I was telling, like one of the core things when you're integration, we work a lot on the governance, risk, and compliance part. So governance on data, how do you mitigate all the risk? How do you comply to the norms, depending on where the business is operating? Whether you're going to be GDPR compliant, you're working in healthcare, are you going to be HIPAA compliant, you're working in India, what is the domain? Are you going to be compliant to the data norms set up in by the banking sector or the insurance sector? There's going to be a lot of policies for the compliance and regulatory ecosystem. That may sound to be a little bit tying up our hands, but at the end of the day, a very strong GRC kind of framework, the tool ecosystem that's going to help us build a safety net for mitigating these kind of challenges when it comes to cybersecurity.
Yes. So sometimes we need discipline to control all these effects. Very true. So with AI evolving so quickly, business needs to keep up while maintaining stability. How do you think companies can refine their strategies to stay competitive without overwhelming their existing systems?
For any business, a traditional business or even on the technology business, that is always a tricky challenge. Like, no, it is like a balancing on the tightrope. You need to adapt, you need to change, but at the same time, there's an existing system that is needs to carry on. When you say system, it's all about existing processes, existing way of doing things, existing people's mindset. So, but the change is inevitable. So you'll have to start somewhere small, scale gradually, and identify area where you can bring the easiest ROI because everybody likes a win. So instead of making like I'm going to put AI all across my business, all across, look at areas where AI at an automation level, at a level of augmentation can actually bring value to the business, bring value to your team or the department at which you're employing. So strategically integrate it into business areas where benefits can be reaped instead of going like all around at the same time. Similarly, identify areas where AI can actually optimize your workflows, bring you better savings in from that perspective. But even when you do all this, there has to be like a monitoring ecosystem put in place where you can say that whatever small or big effort that you are putting or the investment you are making are monitored so that we can course correct it and it can be scaled up. And similarly, most often people talk about AI, machine learning, they very little talk about from a data science or data perspective, where AI is good, it's a design and all that. The crux of the success lies on the data. Without the data, AI is just going to be glorified algorithms. So understanding the data perspective, whether we have the right data for adapting AI, that becomes one of the crucial elements. And of course, as we told, one of the core elements when it comes to the people ecosystem, when you want to adapt AI into an organization to grow, you will have to have a workforce that is learning, constantly evolving, constantly learning, and you foster a ecosystem of innovation and collaborative learning. Without that, you may buy certain licenses, buy certain tools. If there is a lack of learning ecosystem in place, then the success of adoption fail, whether it is AI or any other tech of the future.
Okay. So you've highlighted the point like how to make it beneficial. That is only if there is an ROI, they can implement it and how to optimize the workforce. So for SMEs and startups, budget constraints is there and lack of technical expertise also pose the challenges. Given these limitations, how do you think they can still leverage AI effectively for digital transformation?
So let's keep AI out of the equation. Even at a fundamental level, when I say digital transformation, there's a lot of people don't understand, even at a business level, like they assume that adopting technology is business transfer, digital transformation. It is not. There are like three core pieces to that: the people piece, the process, then comes the tech. So when somebody as a business wants to get into the digital transformation space, the first two items are on the people or on the process side. That requires more of a strategy and the organization will to get into it rather than but that comes later part. So it could be any technology. It could be AI, it could be IoT, it could be machine learning, it could be anything. The technology piece comes the last. So getting started with knowing where you want to be, because digital transformation gives you a newer market access, a newer way of doing business, newer business models. That means it has to start with people, process, the market dynamics, then adopt the right kind of technology. And when we want to adopt technology like AI today, it is not that difficult, right? Because most of the AI tools are today available are cloud-based. You need not have the infrastructure on your side. You are going to consume it as a service. So SaaS-based AI tools are there for anybody to get easily started. Similarly, where do I start? Don't go big bang. Look for simple areas where the automation can happen. Simple areas where can you make an incremental 1%, 2% difference? So start simple. And organization need not always have a complete tech expertise to get started on digital transformation with AI. Today we have very robust low-code, no-code ecosystems where there is a citizen development can happen. Any employee of an organization with little bit of a learning curve can make use of two low-code, no-code platforms like Power BI, Power Apps, do drag and drop, build their own dashboard, look at the data from different perspective. So getting started with low-code, no-code helps when you are a small organization wanting to leverage digital transformation. This helps. Similarly, when you want to go a little bit more exploratory, that's where you learn to collaborate with digital transformation firms like what we do. No manufacturing companies or whichever company, they partner with us to help them lay out the digital transformation strategy, implement them, enable them with their own technology learning roadmaps. So that is how you kind of get started. And today the ecosystem is also very conducive. Like the governmental forums, let it be a state government or the central government, organizational bodies like NASCOM, CIA, they do a lot of there are built communities and programs which help SMEs to onboard to this kind of technologies. They provide workshops, they provide free access to certain tools, they provide mentoring ecosystem. So getting started on AI-driven digital transformation for SMEs is not that difficult. All they need to have is invest a little bit of time, people's effort, and budget comes next.
Okay. That's a great insight, sir. Like government is also helping and they can also collaborate to easily transform their business and wherever needed. And to say that there are free tools available through government forums, and again, it becomes like a third party tool. So this discussion, it brings me to an important topic about ethics. So as companies rely more on AI-driven decision making, what ethical consideration should they prioritize to ensure fairness and accountability in their operations?
Ethics is going to work out at multiple layers. Right from your first question, when you talk about job replacement, it is always no question of to retain talent, to let them go, how much of training, where do we stop? So there's going to be a multifaceted approach to when you talk about ethics, like how much of data, how much of personal data can be used, how much of customer data can be used. Just because we have built, let's say somebody builds an algorithm, it requires data. Is it ethical to use some customer's data? Is it ethical to use personal data available on certain forums? So that is always going to be a question. So you'll have to put it across a framework on how ethical decisions are going to happen when it adopt into your business. And now today organizations are talking about putting systems in place or AI automation in place. That means it is just not about the decision on how much of AI that you as an organization is going to use and the ethics of using it alone. You're also going to enable an ecosystem where AI agents or AI workflows are going to make decisions. How do you build in an ethical framework for that? How are you going to set boundaries for that? Because without those boundaries, we know, we have seen example in the even last year when different models come. There are models which are still learning, which are still comprehending, which guide you or misdirect in a certain format because there is a lack of certain ethical boundary lines. So when it comes to decision making and how you are going to enable ethics into that, you will have to ensure that there's a transparency on what kind of data that you are asking. If anybody who's giving access to data is aware of it, and if your models, your framework enables that bias is not into the consideration, are you mitigating bias? What kind of privacy protections is available to you? And as I told you, this is a new toy, it's evolving. So are we going to have a supervision, a human in the loop oversight when it comes to accountability and certain decisions or actions taken by such AI ecosystem? And what is fair? Fair and equity and fairness has its own connotations. Like what could be considered as equitable and fair in one context may not be there in the next context. For example, I know right from geographies to political dynamics, it changes.
Yes.
What was acceptable last year in the North American market when it comes to equity or inclusion is no longer valid. The norms have evolved.
Exactly.
So it's a evolving landscape. Even ethics is going to be, certain things are going to be fixed. Certain things are going to evolve based on where you operate, what is ethically applicable, what is compliant, regulatory. It's going to be a huge mixture of multiple parameters. And the success will lie on how the leadership parameterizes this and adapts into the framework for usage.
Okay. So well put out. All the points are great. Like the companies must ensure the transparency in how they collect and use the customer data, and with proper consent. So, and anything when there is a transition, it is slightly difficult, but we keep evolving and we keep adapting. So with this, my questions are over, Arul. Over to you, Arul. And thank you, sir, for spending your time with us. And
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you so much, Ms. Santamina, and thank you, Dr. Imthyaz, for taking it so well. And as now AI has entered all our lives, so this is going to be a discussion which will be there for long. Okay, so there is nothing right, nothing wrong as far as AI is concerned at this point in time, right? It's how best we utilize it. See, that's where I told in the previous session also, the AI is like, it's a reflection of ours, how best we utilize. And I believe this discussion sparked when we started using internet also, right? So again, how disciplined we are using it, that's what make the difference, right? And it is going to be a long discussion. So there is no conclusion as such on the AI as such. But yes, with the kind of expertise and experts we have, like Dr. Imtiaz, we'll get the clarity time to time. And that will help us to, get the, what we say is the controlled course of actions. That is what will help us to take it forward. So let's see what people have understood in last 35 minutes. So that will happen through a mode of a quiz. So I would like to invite Mr. Nellai Naigam to conduct a quick quiz, right? And the quiz winner will get a book called Finally Reborn, written by Mr. Mahendra Kapadia, right? So Arul, once we have the winner, you can also put it on the screen that what book the winner is going to get, right? So, Mr. Nellai, over to you for a quick quiz, please.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, one and all. Thanks to BJA Training for this opportunity as a quiz leader. Dear Imthyaz, Sarif sir, thank you for the wonderful insights about the AI and digital transformation. And I understand your key point on the agility and adaptability is important for the new technologies. And yes, we are taking this AI as a AI to do our daily manual repetitive task. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Let's see who is the lucky winner of this week quiz. So fastest fingers first. Let's see who writes the correct answer in the chat box. The question will be posted in the chat box with the choices. Just a minute. So, what is the key to successfully integrate AI to the business operations? Answers are coming. Okay, the correct answer is A. The winner of this week quiz is yes, Uma. Congrats, Uma.
Congratulations, Miss Uma. Congrats. And you win this book, Finally Reborn, written by Mr. Mahendra Kapadia. And you also get an opportunity to unmute yourself and ask one question to our guest, Dr. Imthyaz. That's an additional bonus for you.
Yeah.
So congrats, Miss Uma. Are you there?
Thank you, sir. Yeah. Thank you so much, Pankaj, sir, for this opportunity. And I take immense pleasure in asking a question to the guest of honor today. Sir, I am an HR professional. How do you see the future of HR with the intervention of AI and AI-enabled tools? This is my question to you, sir.
Yeah. So, in fact, I will say that more than today, the technologists, it's people like HR, leadership coaches, and mentors. They have the edge because, as you told, we are going to face a lot of job replacement to career pivots and all of those things, and HRs are going to be on the forefront of it. And today we are moving away from the old norms of how the work is getting tracked. The 8 hours, 5 days, all those things are evolving. Work from home, hybrid, 4 days, and all that. So HRs have an advantage today to build new age thought processors because it is just going to be in the near future. You are going to have a workforce which is going to be like 3-4 days per week or a couple of hours per day, and a team which also has a AI agent working in parallel or a digital twin working in parallel. So HRs are going to be in the forefront of that. And if you can embrace the nitty-gritties of the technology and also retain the human element, and that is going to be a potent combination.
That's great, sir. Wonderful answer from you. Thank you so much for this insightful answer from your end. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Uma. So, Giri sir, you can unmute yourself and ask questions. So we are going to have another 2 questions after Giri sir,
Sure.
and then we move forward, right? So now it's open for the forum. So quick 3 questions. So Giri sir, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you for the wonderful session, Sharif sir. Am I audible?
You are audible, sir.
Yeah, right now we are talking about more AI tools, but where we have to penetrate these tools to the students, is it school or college? We are not taking care of the attitude. We are directly employing with their skill and knowledges. Then their attitude is not meeting our requirements. Then everything totally collapsing.
I can completely understand, sir, because I come from industry. I was also an academician and now a businessman. I know where exactly you are coming from. Personally, I feel that college is too late. When it talk about the mindset, college is already too late. And I don't think today ecosystem, we have to take technology to school or college. It is already there. Everybody has it in our hand. I think where the future generation actually needs is forums where they need skills is not on the technology that they will eventually learn. The market will force them to learn. What they actually need to learn is better communication, leadership capabilities, ability to think critical, context awareness. Those are the skills where we are going to compete with the AI. Not on the technology skills or those things will automatically taken care of. And this should start as early as possible. So school will be the place where we talk about AI and also the ethics of it. We also talk about responsible usage.
Especially the school children below 7 years, the reptilian brain. I think you might be knowing the reptilian brain. because most of the attitude built by only the reptilian brain. So I think that's the right thing we have to spend more time on that. So from starting from, we know the kids school. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary sir. Thank you. Is there anyone who would like to ask a quick question to our guest? So, Arul, can we have the information about upcoming rocket goals? If you can share that. Arul, can you share the details for the upcoming rocket goals?
Yes, Pankaj. I'm just sharing now. Yes, thank you. Yes, members. So at announcement time, we have our Rocket Goals 15.0, which is on April 12th, 2025, and Saturday evenings, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. in the venue is Savera Hotel. So looking forward to see you all on 12th of April. So again, we have TM Elite certifications, current batch certification also there, graduation also there. Looking forward to see you all on 12th April. Yes, our guest, Sir Imthyaz, sir, we will send a separate invitation to you for joining this 12th April event. Please join us.
Sure, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that, Arul. So, with that, we come towards the concluding part, and here I would like to invite our summary leader, Dr. Ishwarya, for the day. So, Dr. Ishwarya, welcome, and we look forward
Hi.
for a summary for the session.
Hi, sir. Good evening, all. Myself, Dr. Aishwarya. I have completed my research in 360-degree leadership assessment and doing my freelance trainings. And coming to this today's summary, when it comes to AI and digital transformation, it is very difficult to adopt. Rather than transformation, it is disruption. Both of them, like the organization and people, should work together, like building an ecosystem to read about it. Communication plays vital role in business, not only with business and also with AI called prompting. Prompting is very important. It should be in a contextual manner. In order to balance AI, the organizations and individuals should read the pivots in a right way so that we can adopt easily. There are multiple layers used in this AI. Business partners should be very cautious in knowing what they are going to use and where they are going to adopt it. When we use unauthorized models, it can manipulate our data. We should be very clear in using the AI in their level. Cybersecurity systems should be very conscious while using AI. There are many cloud computing by which we can secure our data. The fundamental mitigation starts from educating the employees, since it is very new to all. We have to mitigate all the challenges with the cybersecurity. There is always a tricky challenge in adopting the new things because there is already a method they are following in their organization, so that it is quite difficult to the people to adopt the new technology, but we have to accept the changes wherever it is needed. Initially, we can start up with the small changes. First, we have to see where we can initiate the changes. When we want to adopt the AI ecosystem in an organization, there should be learnings in that. Without learnings, it will not be effective, so we can't get the ROI. People actually think they can do it immediately, but they should be very conscious in three categories, like peace, process, and technology. When we want to adopt AI, it is not so tricky nowadays. Anybody can do, but we should be very clear where I'm going to start. Nowadays, government is providing many programs for MSMEs. Only they have to spend some time to learn it. When we talk about ethics, we are going to build an ecosystem by knowing the models interacting and to fix the boundaries, transparencies, what kind of data we are going to ask from the people, and what kind of privacy we are going to provide for them, and what equity and fairness we are going to provide in the context. Certain things are fixed, certain things will evolve according to the usage. See, at the outset, I can summarize this thing as companies should make ensure that they are keeping the data in a secured manner by knowing the AI prompting and things in a right way. Organization and individuals both should play an equal role in learning the AI tools and techniques in a right way so that they can use it in an effective manner. That's the end of today's summary. Thank you, sir.
Well done, Dr. Ishwarya.
Thank you, Pankaj, sir.
So
Thank
well
you. Thank
and
you for this
very
opportunity.
thank you so much. Thank you so much. So again, as we move forward, I would also like Mr. Arul to share the details about our upcoming leader for the next week. So Arul, can we have the details of our upcoming leader? for next
Yes,
week.
thanks, Pankaj. So one more announcement. So next week we have Mr. Aditya Venkatraman, who's the Chief Human Resource Officer, CHR of Hinduja Renewables. So the topic is leveraging social media for leadership. So it's on 9th of April. Looking forward to see you all next. Yes, over to you, Pankaj.
Thank you so much, Arul. So, dear all, we look forward you to join again. So, Imthyaz sir, that's how we work. That's how we do it. So,
Good. Because all this leadership, without all the right leadership doesn't go anywhere. So, great job.
Right. Thank you so much for your kind words. So here I would like to invite our vote of thanks leader, Dr. Mr. Kevin. Mr. Kevin, can we have you for the vote of thanks, please? Yeah, he's there.
Yeah, hello everyone. Good evening. This is Kevin, corporate trainer, founder, and director of Unbound Group of Companies. Knowing where we start, where we need to start before that plays a very important role with AI and its implementation. First, let me quickly share once again the purpose of this thriving leadership community. Leaders Connect 360 is a 360 Foundation is a non-profit organization aligned with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals (SDG). We are a hybrid model leadership community bringing together leaders every Wednesday from 6:30 p.m. to 7:15 p.m., where experts in their field provide solutions to the real-time challenges, just like the valuable insights we received from our esteemed guest, Dr. Imthyaz. Every last week of the month, we take a deeper dive into knowledge by inviting authors to share insights from their book, helping us grow as a leader and lifelong learners. I extend my deepest gratitude to our esteemed guest, Dr. Imthyaz, for his thought-provoking insights. Our wonderful panel discussion leader, Ms. Shanta Meenam, and our dynamic moderator, Mr. Pankaj, for leading such a valuable discussion today. And now, as a small token of our appreciation, we present a special thank you video to express the gratitude.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kevin. So, Arul, can we have a thanking video for our guest and all the visitors, please? Thank you, Arul. Thank you so much. And that's where we come to an end for an amazing session. And Dr. Imthyaz, thank you so much. And we would like you to be part of this forum. And please be in connect with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Pankaj. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Arun. Thank you, Vinod. Thank you.
Thank you, Imthyaz, sir. Thank you.
For the network.
Thank you, Imthyaz. Thanks for joining with us today. Thank you. So, yes.
See.
Yes, Kevin, you can proceed. Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Let's meet by the next Wednesday for a wonderful session. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.